Hello everybody, it's Ian again, back here with the Spitfire, the 1976 Spitfire 1500. I always tell you what car it is and repeat stuff because I don't know what episode you're gonna tune in on, and if you don't know the history of what I'm doing is rebuilding a 1976 Spitfire 1500. So if you don't know the history, I guess I'll just repeat myself. Let me show you what I just did. So I got the clutch off. Here's the clutch. Here's the clutch plate. There's the inside of the clutch. And this looks good. It looks good. I'm using it. I mean, I've guys been buying a new clutch, but looks fine to me. I mean, the only thing is these look a little worn right here. Maybe the springs aren't as strong as they were when they were brand new. I don't know. I used to drive tractors. And I used to drive my stepdad's 1949 pickup truck. No synchro mesh. I mean, I could drive a vehicle without a damn clutch. There's the flywheel with the clutch plate side, nice and shiny. It looks fine. I think that's good. Let me do a measurement because let me get my tape measure. Now these clutch plates are advertised as 1.25 inches. I just have my tape measure. I'm losing everything. I'm losing my mind, my sanity, my tape measure. I just had my tape measure. Well, it's here. I was just measuring. Oh, there it is. Nice. So I'm going to measure this clutch. The diameter here. It's really, the funny thing is, it actually measures, as you can see, 1.25 inches, or a little over, maybe 1 5/8 inches. No, 1 3/8 inches. No, not even 1 inch. It measures like 1 inch and let's see, 1/4, 2/8. Well, like 1 inch and maybe 5/16. Is that correct? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 1 5/16 inches to be exact. But that, I'm assuming, is because I think the part on the flywheel where the clutch plate goes is probably. Let me get my knee pad here. Gotta save your knees. You don't want to have busted up knees when you're older. I'm suspecting that this part on the flywheel that receives the clutch plate is 1 inch and a quarter. Wait a second. All right, no, they didn't advertise it correctly. You know what it is? I'm overthinking things. It is right. 1 inch and a quarter, isn't it? All right, everybody. Now a disclaimer. Excuse me, everybody. Okay. See, there's my tape measure. I'm not a professional. I don't have a cameraman, and I don't have editing. So this is all on the fly. Back to basics, simple math. 1 inch, 7.25 inches. 7.25 inches is 1 1/4 inches. And that's exactly what that thing measures. Maybe it was a 16th over. Maybe it was 1 inch and, 5/16. But at any rate, it's all correct. Let's look at the new one. It's all correct. I overthink things sometimes. Math was never my forte anyways. You know, it's funny. I remember when my mechanic had rebuilt my engine and he put the clutch back and the old clutch plate. And I said, shouldn't we order a new clutch? He said, nah, that one's fine. This one is fine. Honestly, I'll show you the new one. But if I didn't need a 10 spline clutch, I probably could have used this old 20 spline clutch. I'll save it. I'm not throwing it away, that's for sure. I'll show you the new one. Here's I think I ordered it from British Parts America. Oh, it was an AP clutch. Original equipment, supposedly. They probably always say that. Who knows if it's really original equipment? Original equipment, I mean, I don't think it really exists for most Triumph parts anymore. There we go. So let me see the thickness of that new clutch plate. It doesn't look that much thicker. I mean, if you compare the two, let's see. If you compare the two, you know, it's thicker, but it's not really that much thicker, the brand new one. You know, I'm just letting you know, don't buy stuff if you don't need it. I needed it. This is a 10 spline clutch plate. So I needed it because the 1971 Mark IV transmission that measures 23 inches long has a 10 spline that goes into this 10 spline clutch plate. Thank God I found that out because I was gonna change the whole clutch and everything. Didn't have to. I ordered a clutch and then I returned it because I realized I didn't need it. That's why it was a big deal, because if you order the other clutch that was originally used for the I believe the Mark IV and older Triumphs, they had a different flywheel. So I was in the process of ordering the correct flywheel. I ordered a flywheel, and then the guy sent me a 1500 flywheel. It wasn't the right one. I was freaking out. Oh God! And I told him. He said, "Well, you can return it." I went to the post office, and you know we're in this COVID-19 pandemic, and I couldn't get a flat rate box. I said, I'm not returning a $50 item that's so heavy without a flat rate box. It's going to cost too much. It's not worth it. So I got that other 1500 flywheel still sitting in my box, in a box of stuff. I had to move back into my old apartment because I had a fire. That's another long story. But anyways, I like my AC/DC shirt. Thought I'd look like the appropriate grease monkey that I am. But yeah, so I was freaking out. I was like, oh great, now I gotta track down this older flywheel. And as it turns out, they got these 7.25 inch flywheels with the 10 splines. I was like, eureka! Save money, I save time and effort. I don't gotta wait for some other flywheel to show up in the mail, so I'm happy camper. All right, folks, I'm gonna put this flywheel in and this clutch back in. Wish me luck. Bye-bye.